So let's talk about the science of Goku's instant transmission. And yes, I'm going to use data from the movies because without it, there isn't a whole lot of data on instant transmission. So according to the movies, instant transmission is a technique that uses your ki to dematerialize your body into a form of matter that can slip into another dimension called a warp dimension. In this extra-dimensional space, space is compressed, and moving small distances inside the warp dimension will move you large distances outside the warp dimension. And while the whole dematerializing yourself to slip through space is just anime mumbo-jumbo, mathematically it's just kind of describing physical four-dimensional space. Again, this is all basically theoretical, but this is what a four-dimensional tesseract would look in 3 dimensions. To us, a 3-dimensional entity, it looks like there's an inner cube and an outer cube, and the inner cube has much smaller space mapped onto the bigger space of the outer cube. Now, from a 4th-dimensional standpoint, all these points are equidistant. This is what a tesseract looks like if you were to rotate it in 4 dimensions. But Goku is not a 4th-dimensional being. Shut up. No, he's not. Which means he's going to be constricted to 3-dimensional movement, which in a structure like this is going to make it look like moving a very short distance will be the equivalent of moving a very long distance. Which means that instant transmission is just higher dimensional movement. It appears to be faster than light, but in reality he's just moving slower than light through another dimension that has contracted space-time. This is a very similar model of teleportation to, say, Nightcrawler, or even certain interpretations of hyperspace in sci-fi. It's just 2 different spatial dimensions that are not necessarily mapped onto each other one-to-one, which means you can move very long distances in one dimension by moving very short distances in the other.